Hello, hello. It is time for midweek motivation. I'm Sock Marionette. I'm a middle-aged and very pale lady in a tiara, talking about books and related topics and hosting a live stream. Midweek motivation. And we have Lisa says hello, hello, and happy Wednesday, everyone. Happy Wednesday as well. Kristen, a gifter of tiaras, is here and she says, hey, hey. And Lisa says, did everyone make it out of the first round of holidays? Crazy to think the end of the year is pretty much here. Um, so far it's been relatively calm because it's just me and my mom, and we're not super frenetic or frantic for the most part. Anyway, we had a lovely Thanksgiving, very quiet. But I was just thinking as I was setting up today, I was thinking that it's this is my first live stream after Thanksgiving, and it feels like it's been 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, no, I did things. Yeah. So I'm kind of disoriented there. I have my giant Snoopy mug, Snoopy and Woodstock, peppermint mocha. This is going to be a relatively short live stream today because it is the Tea and Biscuits reading sprints are tonight at 7. And I want to kind of do this and then have chance to rest and do some other things before that starts. Stacy's here. Hey, and Lisa says, I'm so confused on what day it is. Well, I do know what day it is. It's the week that I'm a little shaky on because, like I said, I was like, has it really been only a week? That Thanksgiving wasn't even a week ago? I don't know. Hmm. Well, I did quite a bit of yuck already today. Let's see. I did some vacuuming. I went up to the attic several times and discovered that on the fall tree in my bedroom, which is a pre-lit tree, I bought that pre-wired for lights. The lights weren't working. And it turned out it was because the cord, not too far from where it actually plugs in to the wall, uh, had broken. And I tried to splice the wires and I didn't know what I was doing. And I was just like, yeah, nuts to this. So I started disentangling them from the tree, which was a bit of a job because they put them on there. I mean, they did this at the factory and they did a nice job, but until you need to take them off for some reason. And so I was like, this is going to take me all day. But fortunately, after I unplugged the first couple of strands, they were daisy chain. And the ones like for the top 2/3, 3/4 of the tree were all still fine. So I just need to get some lights to fill in at the bottom and it'll be lovely. The attic, says Kristen. Dun, dun, dun. Exactly, exactly. And Ana says, hi, I only just got the notification. Yeah, it's been a day. And yeah, I was just explaining that this is probably going to be relatively short today because Tea and Biscuits is having sprints at 7 o'clock. And I can't remember if that's on Bee's or Tara's channel, but it's at 7 o'clock this evening. And so I want to have a chance to rest and do some stuff before that starts. What I do need to do today is to get my laundry started. So that'll be my 10 minutes of yuck. Kristen says, our house is company ready, clean for the first time before the week before Christmas, LOL. Well, I'm not company ready, but yeah. Today, my mom Marionette was saying, I was talking about how I brought some stuff, Christmas stuff down from the attic. And she's like, do we really want to bring the big tree down from the attic? And I'm like, I don't know, do we? And she says, well, you're going to end up doing it all. So it's up to you. And I'm like, maybe not. I can bring down other Christmas decorations and I can use some of the big tree ornaments on my tree in my bedroom. So we'll have some of that. Oh, fun, says Ana. I'm a day ahead of my reading. I suppose I could do some dishes for some yuck. Yeah, I already kind of did the dishes from lunch. Let's see. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do 10 minutes of yuck. I will get my laundry started and maybe fuss with the lighting so I don't look quite so translucent. Okay, so we're going to sprint until 15 minutes past the hour. So I'll see you in about 10 minutes. And we're back. It's been 10 minutes. I got my laundry started and then I just kind of sat here. I read a little bit, but I mostly just sat here like a lump because my brain is tired. And Kristen came with the info and she pointed out that the sprints are on Tara's channel, which I know the only reason I totally forgot that they were going to be today until I saw it show up in my subscription feed. And since I'm subscribed to both Tara and B, I never notice whose channel they're on. I just see, oh, there's going to be a sprint. And then I click on the link and then I watch the opening title sequence. And then one of them introduces everybody. And I'm like, oh, it's B, or oh, it's Tara's show. Lisa says, have to call and train someone how to do something. Ugh. Well, you put the thing there and then you just let it go until it's done and then you're set. I have Penny the Penguin here because I went to Penny's bookshelf Monday. I've started doing Vlogmas, so I'm trying to post a vlog a day, and I had some footage from Penny's bookshelf, but I didn't show what I bought. I gotta go. I got started on my dishes, says Aina. Nice. How's your head feeling, Sock? My head's pretty good. Actually, as migraines go, that was relatively mild because I actually managed to get rid of it and do things even on the computer within a couple of hours. So that was good. But the next day I had a migraine hangover, just like I was feeling pretty cheerful. I was just like really tired and I'm kind of out of it. And I'm still kind of tired, but I mean, today I did run up and down the stairs to the attic, and so on. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good, but I did feel like it was probably a good idea to have the lightweight tiara. Thank you again for that birthday tiara that you sent me, Kristen, because having that option and for a lightweight tiara, especially when I was up in the attic, that was partially that it was light and partially that it doesn't have a lot of verticality like a lot of my other tiaras, because I didn't have to worry about bumping it on the ceiling. So because the ceiling in the attic is, it slopes, so it can be a little hard to maneuver without bumping your head. And if you have a tiara as well, whew, never mind. So let's see. I was trying to, like I said earlier, I was trying to think of if I've actually had a sprint since Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, because let's see. If you bumped your bigger ones, they'd stab you, LOL. Yes, exactly. They're just like, it would just, no, that's not good. So I was happy to have the lower profile one. And yeah, so because I was trying to remember if I'd had a live stream since Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving feels like it was 2 weeks ago, because I actually went out on Black Friday. I know. And I talked about it a little bit in one of my vlogs. I think my Monday vlog. I don't remember. Maybe it was my Tuesday vlog. Who knows? It's all a blur. I was just going to go to the library and pick up some stuff. Black Friday, the library is not particularly crazy. But as I was driving past Marshall's, I was like, well, the parking lot looked relatively calm. And so I went in and it wasn't very crowded, although the cashier told me, she's like, yeah, we're having a lull. It was very busy earlier and we anticipate that it will be busy later. So I was like, okay. But I found another giant coffee mug. I don't know if you can tell, there we go, in this light, but it is purple, has some metallic detailing. We have some books and a plant. And the slogan, do it for the plot. But I'm actually enjoying my Snoopy and Woodstock mug because reasons. Oh, love it, says Kristen. Yes, and it holds 2 cups. So does this one. That's the stuff. Hey, Gwen's here. Hi. I swept up the leaves. Oh, I do not have, I was not wearing my glasses. I'm like, why can't I see? Hi, I swept up the leaves and nuts. The gardening service left. I sweep up the leaves and nuts. The gardening service left. Oh, so you did the thing and then there was like nobody to haul it away for you. Nuts indeed. Anyway, then I went to the library and I got a bunch of stuff, which I talked about in, I think, yesterday's vlog, because I was trying to decide what to read. I ended up deciding to read some more from the Jacksonville Rays series by Emily Rath. I'd already read Pucking Around and enjoyed it. So yesterday I read Pucking Wild, the second book, and I finished it this morning. So then I picked up Pucking Sweet. I don't know if I'm going to stick with this one because I know there's an unexpected pregnancy storyline in here, and that's not necessarily where my head is at. But, you know, if it's done well, I don't mind it so much. And then I have the fourth book, which is, I think, Pucking Strong. And I said in my vlog yesterday, I was talking about it, I said it was a 5-book series, but it turns out it is. But the 5th book isn't coming out until sometime next year. I don't think they have a specific publication date, just sometime in 2026. So, but I did go to Penny's Bookshelf. And I also got some book mail. When I got home from Penny's Bookshelf, I had a nice pile of packages from Amazon, including book mail. And I had a nice package, which I have not yet opened, from Kristen. And Kristen, so thank you, Kristen. I still haven't opened it. I want to be in a good mood when I open it, because I don't want to be like tired and draggy and opening it and going, yeah, this is great, and sound like I don't like it or I don't appreciate it or just not into it, because that wouldn't be the case. I just want to be like into it. I want to be in the right headspace is what I'm trying to say. So, but I got it. Whoops, jostling the computer. Kristen says, no worries. Yeah, I get it. Yes, I appreciate that. I do have another package which came on Saturday, and that is the stocking stuffer swap that Ambi Crafts Reads facilitated. I'm swapping with Perfectly Imperfect Junk Journals. Gina is her name. Her channel is Perfectly Imperfect Junk Journals. Fun stuff. Check it out. I would recommend it. So I have that package, but I haven't opened it yet. I think she and I are going to open them, do videos, and post them on Friday. So that'll be my Vlogmas Friday. We'll be opening that package. If you like spunky sports romance, you should try Pippa Grant. Ooh, Pippa Grant. I'll look into that. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to remember to look into Pippa Grant. Anyway, yeah, these are hockey. These are hockey romance, and there are various combinations. The first one was a woman and 3 dudes, and the second one was man and a woman, monogamous. And this one is, I think, going to be a lady and 2 dudes. And then the fourth one is, I think it's 2 dudes, monogamous, but yeah. And I don't know what, there aren't any details on the 5th one yet, like which characters, because she's got it set up. So you've got all of these characters who are intriguing, and I would enjoy to read a fair number of their stories. Like even the team's owner, I'm like, what's his deal? No, excuse me. Anyway, so let's see what I got from Amazon. This was something Wyoming, and Wyoming has been sending her apologies because she's working so hard with her seasonal job that she's like, I don't have the opportunity to participate in live streams or even watch videos. And so she misses us all, she says. And we miss her, but she'll be back. She'll be back after the new year. I mean, she says she tries to catch up when she can, but yeah. She told me about these Advent romances, and so I decided to order one. She asked me if I had seen any or anything, and I said no, that was the first I'd heard of it. So I looked into it. I thought it sounded fun, and actually there were 2 that I was interested in, but one of them was sold out by the time I got around to ordering something. And she says her husband actually ended up getting her both, so that was a nice early Christmas present or Advent present. Anyway, this one is A Heart for Christmas. This is actually YA romance, and what it is it's a beautiful book. As you can see, this is December 1st, and there are a bunch of pages in here, and there's like a perforated section here. So what you do is you, I haven't started it yet because I've been too busy, but I'm gonna, oops, I tore it. I should have used a letter opener, but I don't have one handy. I don't even know if I own a letter opener or a ruler. Well, I know I own a ruler. I just don't know where it is. Oh, yeah, I should do this with a letter opener because it looks like the pages within the signature are stuck together too, or something. I don't know. I need to get a better tool. I'll do that during the sprint. Anyway, so we've got chapter 1 and then chapter 2, which again you need to open, chapter 3, and so on. So yeah, I was not prepared for the level. They were perforated, so I thought it would be fine. It was not fine. Oh yeah, and I have this out because I ordered this before, and I think I've shown it on the channel. I'm not sure, but when we do, we're doing the tea and biscuit sprints. Well, Tara's hosting it, as Kristen pointed out, and the book this month is a novella, A Holiday by Gaslight by Mimi Matthews. She is so pretty. Such a pretty book. It's a novella because everybody was like, let's read something short because we're all busy because of the holidays. Okay, there's a comment. I almost bought a heart for Christmas, says Stacy, but didn't make the cut. Curious to see what you think of it. Well, like I said, I haven't even started it yet because Monday I had the migraine and yesterday I was recovering from the migraine. And so anyway, so let's see. Oh, and then the other thing I got from Amazon was last week, I think it was, I talked about, or the week before, I found Merry Christmas, You Filthy Animal by Megan Quinn at Marshall's. And I decided to look into, it's the second book in this series, How My Neighbor Stole Christmas. And I looked into it, and this is actually a Black Friday deal on Amazon for like, I think it was like $8, $7 and change. So I went ahead and ordered it. So now I have both of them. I am nervous, says Kristen, that a heart for Christmas will trigger me. Yes, yes, I bet. I bet, because it is about a young woman who has received a heart transplant. And yeah, I can see how that might be a concern. Oh, yeah. And then another book I ordered, which isn't exactly an Advent book. I don't know exactly how the chapters are organized, but it's 25 Days Till Christmas by Poppy Alexander. So I'm wondering if I can read a few pages a day until I'm caught up to Christmas, but I'm already behind. I'm already behind schedule on all of this stuff, really. So those are the things I were waiting for me in the mail. Well, Holiday by Gaslight I already had, but so that's that. And as I said, I went to Penny's bookshelf. Although I did not take Penny the Penguin with me. I took I took Natasha, and I have a bear in a bumblebee costume. He's called Bumblebee Bear. I took him with me, and I took Natasha, who's kind of like a little Red Riding Hood figure. Let's see, she's downstairs though. I just started How My Neighbor Stole Christmas today. Woo! Buddy read, buddy read. Okay. Yeah, cool. I remember when Advent calendar celebrated Christmas, not consumerism. Yeah, well, I'm going with consumerism. I'm just into it. Yeah, but I remember the ones we had when I was a kid, they just had little pictures behind them, and that was fun too. But yeah, consumerism. I'm in my consumerist era right now. I'm going to ride that wave for a little while and then I'll back away. Anyway, so speaking of consumerism, do you want to see some more books, or do we want to do a sprint first and come back and reward ourselves with books? I'm inclined to come back and reward ourselves with books because it's almost half past, and that'll be nice because we can just take a 30-minute sprint up to the top of the hour. And yeah, spacing there, and then we can reward ourselves. Anna says Gemma is demanding pets, so I may not type much. Sprint sounds fun. Well, you cannot deny Gemma. That will not go well for anybody if you do that. Okay, so we're going to sprint until the top of the hour. Whoops. Okay. See you in about a half an hour, everybody. Thanks, Gwen. Gwen's like, your show, your rules. And we're back. It's been a half an hour. And back to the advent calendar discussion from before. Kristen was saying little bro has a Minecraft themed advent calendar. One is chocolate and one is Legos. Nice. And this is when Gwen was saying your show, your rules, about when I was like wondering if I should have a sprinter. It's actually my penguin, my rules as well. And Lisa's back. So I just read some of Pucking's Suite. I think I may have dozed off a little bit, not because of the book, but just because I'm tired. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. And I have the big book bag of books from Penny's. It's Ana. I'm on the kids' phone. Mine is dead, and I don't want to go to my room to retrieve my laptop. It's best to avoid the temptation to lay down and sleep. I get it. I am very tired. Back at you. Okay. But hopefully nobody's too tired for books. There's a book I picked up on Black Friday. It was at the library sale nook at the library when I went to pick up books. It's In Deeper Waters by T.F. Lukens. I've read something else by them, and I don't remember what it was called, and I think so. This is Ever After. I think that was the book I read by them, and I enjoyed it. So they had this, so I picked it up. And Ana says, I am never too tired for books. On my way home from Penny's, I stopped off at TJ Maxx and found a book, Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, because people are talking about it. And it was at TJ Maxx for $9.99 plus tax. Now it's all about what I got at Penny's. I got hi. That was the corner of my face. I didn't get any hardcovers. I got a fair number of trade paperbacks. Oh. And I got a lot of categories because she has a special she has a one of those spinning racks, and she has categories that are 4 for $1, except that it's 2 for 1, so it's actually 8 for $1. So they're 12.5 cents per a bit. That's what they used to call 12.5 cents was a bit, and 2 bits was a quarter, as in shaving a haircut, 2 bits. I did purchase a Christmas romance called Christmas at the Ranch by Julia McKay during my Target haul. Nice. That's Ana said that. Okay, so I'm going to start with the category romances. I found 8. Sometimes it can be hard to find 8, 2, 4, 6. Okay. I found Harlequin Presents. This is from August of 2020. Rumors Behind the Greek's Wedding by Pippa Grant. Oh, excuse me. Pippa Grant was the person Gwen was mentioning earlier. Pippa Roscoe. I think that was, anyway, I got confused for a minute there. It happens. Pippa Roscoe. And I'm guessing that there's a Greek and there's a rumor about his wedding. Their engagement was a lie, but their connection was all too true. So we have some kind of fake relationship, arranged relationship kind of deal. Couple of love sweeps. Stranger in Camelot by Deborah Smith. So it's and Favors by Mary Kay McComas. Okie dokie. Then I have, I feel like I'm missing something here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 2 Harlequin Blaze. One is from April of 2003. The other's from March of 2003. How to Host a Seduction by Jeannie, was that Landon or London? London. You get champagne. And Red Shoes and a Diary by Mia Zachary, which made me laugh because there was this sort of sexy anthology series on, I think it was Showtime in the 90s, called the Red Shoe Diaries. So this made me think of that. So I laughed and threw it in my bag. And then the other books I have are all Silhouette Shadows to beef up my collection, which I have quite a few of these because I ordered a lot from eBay. We have Heart of the Beast by Carol Cassidy, Treacherous Beauties by Cheryl Emerson, and Dream a Deadly Dream by Allie Harrison. Yes, this is from, it says new for November. That's new for November of 1993. Super new. So those are the categories. Okay. And I got 4 mass market historicals. I think there might be a time travel in here. Mountain Rose by Nora Hess. I've enjoyed some of her stuff that I have, and I saw one that I didn't have, so I grabbed it. Lily by Patricia Gaffney. And a couple of books by Sandra Hill. I've enjoyed her time travel Viking stories. So this is some kind of, I don't know exactly what this is, but it looked fun. Love Me Tender. And The Tarnished Lady. I'm not sure that either, I don't think this is time travel. Maybe. And it's like, this one is a Cinderella retelling, but I think it's modern day. There's Anna saying she's a big fan of time travel romance. So those are the mass markets I got. Let's see, I already talked about those two. By the way, I spent about half of the credit that I got. So the rest of the mass are the trade paperbacks, and I think I'll do those after the next sprint so that we have something to look forward to. And yeah. So if anybody has anything you want to say, Ana says, there was one that used to be on Wattpad called Mists of the North, but it's not available anymore. Let's see. It was a favorite of mine, says Ana. So did you download it, or did you just like rely on them having it and then they didn't? That's always disappointing when you have something you like on a website like that. Like sometimes stuff disappears from AO3, and that's disappointing. I'm almost ready for another sprint. I feel like this is like the first time I've had to just breathe out and relax all day was during these sprints. I should probably check on my laundry to see if it needs to go into the dryer. Lately, when I leave my laundry downstairs, Mom Marionette has been transferring it from the washer to the dryer for me. She says something about the motion because we've got a top loading washer and a front loading dryer, and something about the motion of moving things from one space to another. She says it really helps her back or her hip or both or something. Anyway, so that's handy for me. It was years ago, says Anna. The author had planned to publish it, but as of yet has not. Yeah. Yes. Many a slip twixt cup and lip. So yeah, I need to just probably go downstairs and see what the status of my laundry is. I decided to I was going to skip doing laundry today, but then I wanted to change my sheets and I realized I did not have any clean sheets. And I was like, oh, because I haven't done laundry in a while. I'd clean everything else, just not any clean sheets. So yes. So let's have another sprint and let's go until a little bit more than a half an hour. Let's go to quarter up. So sprinting until 45 minutes past the hour. And then I will show the trade paperbacks when we come back. And we're back. It's been about a half an hour. I nearly fell asleep on the couch. So I'm going to show the trade paperbacks I picked up on Monday, and then I'm going to go take a nap. And if I'm not there for the reading sprints tonight at 7 on Tara's channel, it's because my nap raged out of control. It could happen. And what do we have here? Emma Hawley, Strange Attraction. So, yeah. Science fiction, Paul McCauley, Cowboy Angels. It's like an alternate universes kind of deal. This turns out to be book 2 of a series. It's a paranormal, Bad to the Bone by Jerry Smith Reddy. Alice by Christina Henry, horror. Where Sea Meets Sky by Karina Hala. Oh, Gwen says Emma Hawley is great. Thank you for letting me know, because I've never read anything by Emma Hawley. I don't know that I had even heard of her before. So that is reassuring to know. There was a book there that was, I think it was called The Stopover or The Layover by T.L. Swan. And I was looking at it and I was trying to remember whether or not I had it. I know I haven't read it, but I thought I might have it on my shelves, but I couldn't remember. And Penny of Penny's Bookshelf noticed that I was doing that. And I said, I'm trying to remember whether or not I actually have this already. And she says, I read that over the weekend. And I said, oh, and she goes, it was disappointing. And I was like, way to sell me the book, Penny. So I didn't get it. However, I found this. This is gorgeous. This is a relatively new release. It happened on a Sunday by Tracy Wolf. It has sprayed edges. Ooh, she's pretty. Ooh. And so that's what I picked up on Monday. And like I said, I spent about half the credit I got for the books that I turned in. So I'm pretty pleased with what I got. So, especially now that I have some recommendation on Emma Hawley. Okay, so that's the big excitement for books that I got. And I think I'm going to call it off now because, like I said, I'm just kind of falling asleep and I would like to take a nap. Hopefully I'll wake up in time for Tea and Biscuits reading sprints, but maybe not. We shall see. If you see me there, you'll know. If you don't see me there, you'll also know. If you and actually, if I miss it, if you could just convey my regrets to everyone. But I'm hoping to be there. I'm hoping that I will take a quick nap and feel refreshed. Thank you all for joining me. I will see you again next week at 2 p.m. Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern, and probably go a little bit longer. Sorry, I was a dud today. I had to go into a meeting. Oh, nobody was a dud. Nobody's ever a dud. People participate or not as they are able, as they are comfortable. It's all great. It's just that I don't have a lot of energy to bring to bear myself. So if anybody would apologize for being a dud, it would be me. But I'm not going to do that because nobody's a dud. Everybody's aces. Anyway, so thank you all for joining me. I'll see you next week, or some of you hopefully at Tea and Biscuits. And yeah, and I'm going to continue doing videos for Vlogmas unless I completely flame out, but I'm going to try at least. So bye.